Dumbest idea ever. Oh my goodness. So if you guys don't know already, which I'm sure many of you do, God of War, a 4-year-old game, has now launched on the PC. Something that I was vehemently against, all right? Vehemently against. And I'm thinking to myself, how did this happen? Whose bright numbskull idea was it to release Game of the Year exclusive IP to the PC? Whose bright idea was this? And I'm thinking, I finally come across this IGN article, which Cory Barlog, all right? And don't get me started with Cory Barlog. Somehow, this mofo happens to have a child, and he just becomes all retarded and has a freaking Kratos has a child. Then the process of him having the child, we don't play that. We don't play anything as far as him, Kratos, actually find a woman to marry and reproduce with, okay? We don't play any of that. We play him with this bastard child or whoever this child is. We don't even know the child is ours, okay? We don't even know. We haven't had a DNA test. We won't even get into that, okay? We won't get into how Cory completely screwed up the game, all right? On many levels. But nevertheless, we come to find out that Sony Studios, many Sony Studios, were the one to advocate for this happening, all right? They were advocating for, yeah, this is a great idea to release this IP for the PC. Mind-numbing how stupid the people at these studios are. Completely mind-numbing how dumb they are and how genius they can be at making games and implementing it in the Unreal Engine. Okay, it's crazy, the juxtaposition. Well, to be fair, maybe not crazy, because most artists, when it comes to business sense, when it comes to business acumen, freaking brain dead, okay? They can draw a pity picture and animate when it comes to, hey, what do you think about this business idea? Freaking just squirrels, okay? Squirrels. They're as dumb as squirrels. I don't know what to tell you. All I constantly hear is,
Lucas, it's accessible for everyone. Lucas, what's wrong with making a game accessible? Lucas.
and I'm thinking to myself, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? First off, let's pause. All this energy about accessibility and blah, 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 blah. I don't play consoles. I don't buy consoles. I only buy PC. Okay, all that energy, use that for Nintendo, okay? I want all this energy to be focused on Nintendo because I want you to tell Nintendo to bring Mario to the PC and see what they tell you.
That bullshit!
I find it interesting that all this energy is focused on PlayStation. Okay, we want to overlook Nintendo, but PlayStation, they're the ones that need to bring their IPs to the PC, Lucas. They're the ones. Miss me with that freaking nonsense. And secondly, accessibility. This is a 4-year-old game. What are you talking about accessibility? You had 4 years to get a copy of God of War, all right? Miss me with that nonsense. And furthermore, God of War was released on the PS5 and the PS4. The same thing with Miles Morales. PS5 and the PS4. In many cases, these games were actually held back in order to make it accessible for those who can access a PS5. And you want to tell me in these 4 years you couldn't access a PS4? That's what you want to tell me? Miss me with this nonsense, all right? It has nothing to do with accessibility because you guys had more than enough time to access a freaking PS4 to play God of War if that's what you really want to do. And you want to tell me these people were so anticipating, hey, I want to support the developers. Have you heard that nonsense?
Oh, Lucas, I want to support the developers. That's why.
No, if you wanted to support the developers, you would have gotten a PlayStation console. That's what you would have gotten. And then you would have then purchased God of War. Miss me with this crazy cuckoo, caca nonsense, this fluff coming out these mofos freaking their lard butts. Okay? Have you ever seen a PC gamer? These guys are just the freaking dregs of society, of the gaming community. That's what these people are. So maybe they're right. Maybe getting God of War it wasn't accessible to them because they can't get their large butts out of their house. Maybe they're right, okay? Maybe that is true. They couldn't access God of War, all right? Because that consists of walking. Okay, that consists of some type of movement other than clicking and getting freaking chronic pain from your wrist doing this, okay? Because we all know that's the only movement these PC gamers do is this and then this, and that's it. That's their life in a nutshell, okay? Now we have such ludicrous, okay, ideas floating in the ether talking about, hey, you want to know what? All PlayStation IP should go to the PC. All PlayStation should have a PC release on day one. What? What?
Mr. Garrison, haven't you figured it out? Timmy's retarded.
If that happens, you want to know what I want? I want a letter from Sony, okay? Dear Amazing Lucas, okay? Dear PlayStation owner, dear PlayStation 5 owner, f*** you. Sincerely, PlayStation. That's what I want, okay? I would like that in the mail, okay? That's not too much to ask. That's all I would need. Or an email. That is the dumbest thing I can possibly imagine. Because at that point, why would I even have a PS5, right? Why would I get the next console, right? That doesn't make any sense to me. For what purpose? I would just get a PC. And we all know if it's on PC, it's eventually going to get pirated. We all know. We just have to wait for it to be cracked. So if you think, me spending $80 or whatever, or how much ever they want to charge, okay, $70, $80 depending on the edition that comes out, or me waiting, I don't know, maybe 2 to 3 days until it gets cracked and paying nothing? What do you think most people are going to do? And miss me with
Disappoint the developers.
people, okay? Miss me with that nonsense. People are about supporting their pockets, okay? The only people I notice who say this are kids living in their mom's basement, all right? Support the developers, support the developers. So it's not going to help the developers because you also have to take into account pirating, which guess what? God of War is currently being pirated. Duh, congratulations, you played yourself. And then lastly, all these PC players, right? All these PC players talk like they have the top end, the top tier of PC desktops. They don't, okay? I don't know why people are talking about PC. Most of these fools don't have a PC powerful enough to run God of War on Ultra, okay? Because that's the only reason that you would get it, okay? It's as far as the graphics, the graphical comparison. And if you look at the graphics, yeah, there's a difference between the PS5 and the PC, but you're not going to be able to experience it, okay? Because you don't have a 5,000 or 4,000 PC, you dummy. All these freaking mofos acting like they're all PC elitists. No, you're a PC pleb. You're a PC peasant, okay? Most of you don't even have a 3090 or anything close to that, all right? Talking about, well, we need to release it on PC. Why? You're not going to see any graphical difference on your monitor, okay? You're not. A very small percentage will, but it's not you. The majority won't. So we ain't talking about releasing it on PC. Why don't you make better choices with your money and just get a PS4, okay? That way you could have experienced this game 4 years early instead of waiting to have the same experience that most console players already had. We're on God of War 2, pimpin'. I bet you catch up. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Lucas, what about PC? Lucas, accessibility. Lucas, you're a Sony fanboy. Lucas. Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Go back to the click, jerk life. Okay, anyways, or if you hadn't believe, this is dumb. If PlayStation wants to start making their games PC same day launch, go right ahead. Be my guest. It'll save me some money. Either or, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe. Oh, that fun stuff. Till next time, guys, be amazing.
Mr. Garrison, haven't you figured it out? Timmy's retarded.